Welcome, everyone, to Escape to Greece. I know that we've come off of a very difficult year in 2020, but now it's time to check off our bucket list. So let me take you on a virtual cruise with Celestial. First, we're going to cover a lot today. We're going to tell you a little bit about Celestial Cruises, how we can escape to travel to this my wonderful homeland, and give you, our clients, a special offer so that you can get a great deal for sailing soon. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Maria Triantos, and I just want
has joined the
to teach
meeting.
you Yasu to everyone that is joining us today. Please, just a few housekeeping notes. We are going to ask everyone to stay muted until the end, where I'm certainly hoping that we can take questions at the end, either through the chat box or you can just chat with me one-on-one, no worries. So, are you ready to sail? Well, I know I am. And Greece, if it hasn't been on your bucket list after today, I hope it will. It's the cradle of Western civilization with over 6,000 stunning islands. We offer the warmest of Mediterranean hospitality, but yet can feature history, culture, beaches, and incredible Mediterranean food. And in Athens and all throughout Greece right now, we are celebrating the return of tourism. Greece is officially open, and they fared so well during COVID times that they're excited to see you back in Greece soon. When you sail with Celestyal Cruises, we of course would want you to start from our home city of Athens, and I encourage you to spend a day before or after our cruise, or maybe 2 or 3, so that you can see my second homeland city, Athens. You'll want to climb to the top of the Acropolis, seeing all that the treasures have above on the top. And yes, the Erechtheion here with the maidens on the porch that are the originals are housed in the Acropolis Museum, seen here with a picture that I took from the top of the Acropolis. I just want you to know that this museum is rated one of the top 5 in all of European museums in all of Europe. So what makes it so special? Well, when they excavated to build this museum, they found many different antiquities below. Obviously, when you dig in ancient Greece, you're going to find ruins. And they did a beautiful job of designing the museum above the archaeology that is still being excavated today. As you enter the museum, you will see the archaeologists still at work. Please know that you can get up close and personal with these antiquities. They don't let you touch, but you can absolutely see everything. The maidens on the porch, I pointed those out that were originally at the top of the Parthenon, but here you'll see the maidens on the porch are housed in original form in the new museum. Interesting story, a British archaeologist in 1908 absconded with one of them, taking it back to Britain, and there she sits today in a British museum where Greece is awaiting her return, and I look forward to seeing her restored in her rightful place. Athens is a magnificent city. Here in front of the House of Parliament, I encourage you to visit and say hello to the Cholia, the Greek soldiers that guard the tomb of the unknown soldier. Every hour on the hour, they do a changing of the guard, and it is a ceremony you cannot miss. Greek male must serve in the Greek army, and to be a Cholia in front of the tomb of the unknown
Has joined the meeting.
soldier has definitely allowed for great pride with this arm of the military. You'll also want to visit the Olympic Stadium, which is where over 800 Olympic Games were played in the ancient times. But we are thrilled to tell you that Plaka is open as well with its stores, its restaurants, and all that she has to offer right at the footsteps of the Acropolis. So hopefully, when you go there, you'll spend a night or two in Plaka, and you can wander through and see antiquities as you go through. There's plaques explaining all of the different sites. Plaka is filled with shopping and cafes and something to whet your appetite. I can't wait to get back to Greece next month, where I will be sailing on board for 3 of our cruises, and I hope you'll join me if you're not already signed up to. Here, you want to experience all that is Greece, the Dolmades, and of course, souvlakia. Souvlakia are lamb, beef, or chicken kebabs that are rolled into warm pita with white, creamy tzatziki sauce on top, with tomatoes and onions, hot fries wrapped in that pita. Well, if you haven't had lunch, I'm hoping I made you hungry. And yes, you absolutely need to try the traditional fare. But you'll want a rooftop meal with the Acropolis. Here I am with family in my homeland, enjoying lunch with a view of the Acropolis. There are so many great rooftop restaurants at this time. There's so many to choose from, but hopefully I'll catch you at one of them where I'll be in July. Celestyal Cruises, we are the Greek-owned cruise line with a rebranding in 2014 that has set us apart. Over 84 years in the region, and we know our backyard. We have won 5 awards for service in the last 5 years, and we are the predominant carrier from the port of Piraeus, offering 3, 4, 7, and 14-night itineraries, something for everyone. And it is all about our all-inclusive experience. We, besides onboard dining and entertainment, which is pretty typical for most cruises, we include the unlimited classic drink package, which is certainly all of your beverages and unlimited classic liquor. Trust me, the Greek beers and wines that are offered are phenomenal. So you're going to want to be able to try that ouzo, but I don't recommend it all day long. It'll do a number on you. We also include 2 select shore excursions on every itinerary and more when you do the 14-day. Gratuities and taxes are also included in our itineraries. And folks, our itineraries start as low for 7 nights at $729. So we are the affordable cruise line to Greece. And to show you that Eleni is not just a beautiful model that we hired, she actually does work on board our Celestyal
has joined the
Crystal,
meeting.
and she serves drinks at the pool bar, which is so exciting. I can't wait to see her again. I hope she's back. We are so proud, of course, of our Greek culinary experience. And I absolutely am thrilled to say that we've partnered with Diane Kachillis in this past year. So she will bring her flavors to our menu. She's working with our chefs to join our menus together. If you don't know too much about Greek culture, I just want to share this. The word philoxenia has a very deep-rooted meaning in our DNA. And the only way to explain philoxenia is that when we greet a stranger into our home, it's the pride and honor of bringing the hospitality to you and having a happy guest. Well, philoxenia abounds on Celestyal Cruises, and that's why we've won 5 awards for service over the last 5 years. But it is not about just the shipboard experience. The destination is the hero. We are showing you our backyard. We take you places that other cruise lines have not even touched yet because we know the unique experiences to offer to you. We want to immerse you in the food, the culture, and the people. So, where are we off to? Let me take you on a quick spin of a few of our different itineraries. This month, we're going to be launching the Idyllic Aegean, offering 3, 4, and 7-night cruises starting in just a couple weeks through August. We are operating this itinerary, which is going to create a wonderful option for you to visit the Port of Lavrion that is a little different than our typical Aegean cruise. In the Port of Lavrion, you'll have the opportunity to visit Sunion and the magnificence of the Temple of Poseidon, which is on the southern tip of the mainland of Greece before you branch out to the beautiful islands. The Idyllic Aegean, that itinerary that starts at the end of August through October, and for the rest of our 22 and 23 itineraries, is this one that's featured here. Remember, I mentioned there's over 6,000 islands, 220 that are very populated. So even the Greeks are not able to visit all of the islands. So please know we cover the gamut to give you a taste of all the different cultures
has left
of
the
the
meeting.
different islands. So folks, let me take you on a little tour that is the Idyllic. Rhodos is one of the most visited of islands because of the Acropolis of Lindos. And as you can see here from the beautiful scenic view, I'm sure you can see why. It is also known to have the most active of all medieval cities in all of Europe. It's the biggest active medieval city, and we include this in most of our itineraries as an included excursion. You'll visit the Acropolis of Lindos and then stroll through the castles that are the medieval city of Rhodes. On the island of Crete, you'll visit the Temple of Knossos. Knossos is the birthplace of Greek mythology. Here, the guides will tell you about the half donkey, half man, the birthplace, the Minotaur. This truly is an exceptional visit. But in one of our excursions going to the Cretan countryside, this one happens to be a personal favorite of mine. It gives you the opportunity to see a local farm that makes his own winery and raki, distillery winery with the most organic wine he claims on the planet. So here's Mr. Vasilis, who will share his family story, invite you in for a spectacular dancing performance. Oh yes, and after a raki tasting, you will want to get up and dance with the dancers at the end, trust me. And there's some wonderful samplings to go along with this visit. So remember, Mr. Vasilis, when you're on Crete, and this is a Celestyal exclusive. We visit and dock at the port of Ios Nicholas, which showcases this beautiful promenade that you can stroll through right from the ship. In this foreground is the deepest of freshwater lakes of any Greek lake that exists. And they say he is so deep because the goddess Athena birthed from the earth through this lake. And who are we to argue? Santorini, though, is what everybody wants on their social media, and I know just where to stand to get that picture for you. So hopefully you're joining me when we sail in July. We're hoping that you'll take strolls through the beautiful town of Ia and Fira and get some of the wonderful vantage points. Definitely bring a fun outfit. You can take some magnificent pictures from the beautiful vistas that are on the tops of Santorini. But Santorini is more than just shopping and scenery. There's incredible history here as well. And what sets Santorini apart from all of the other islands? Well, it's the caldera of a volcano. And on this caldera of volcano here, we are showing you a picture that the center is where the volcano blew over 6,000 years ago. Here to the left, you'll see the town of Oia, O-I-A, and in the center of the island, the capital city of Fira. But here at the bottom, you will see the archaeological site of Akrotiri, which I'll talk about in just a moment. Because of its incredible geology, you'll see incredible red sand beaches where the volcano blew and black sand beaches where the lava flowed. But Akrotiri is a magnificent site to include in one of your optional excursions because it is Greece's Pompeii. Over 6,000 years ago when the volcano blew and Plato wrote of the lost city of Atlantis, well, as they uncover more and more, they are believing this is Plato's lost city. As you stroll through the streets that were once covered with ash, you will get a sense for the people who did evacuate in time because no human bones were found. They evacuated in time but left behind all of their valuable wine vats and oil vases so that you can see them still in their homes. Akrotiri is a must. And the hardest decision you'll have is where to sit for sunset. It is a magnificent sunset visiting anywhere on Santorini. Just decide what spot you're going to pick. We also offer a short beach stop at the island of Milos, although this summer we'll have the whole day to play there. And Milos is unique to Celestial. Not many cruise lines visit the incredible site, and it has been rated Forbes Top 100 New Destinations, so it is something to see. It has more beaches than any other Greek island, but they're all unique. And rock formation. We take you on a beach tour so that you can feel like you're walking on the moon. I can't wait to go to Milos. It's the only island I have not been to yet, so I'm very excited about my July travel. If you're traveling with me this summer, we have sunset in Mykonos. If you're traveling after the end of August, you have 24 hours in Mykonos on this itinerary. Mykonos is where the jet set go to and party till dawn. We can't wait to go through the winding streets, find a lounge chair if you're there for the day, or tour the island. Maybe even book the excursion to Delos, which is a very significant archaeological site. There are so many choices, but I want you not to
Jackie
miss.
Johnson has joined the meeting.
Do not miss the incredible spot of Little Venice in the port. Don't worry, if you're with me, I'll drag you there for sure for sunset. And I just want to point out here where the girl is gazing, the chairs right there on the side, right here. This is where I sat for this incredible, with the windmills behind me, view of one of the most magnificent sunsets ever to behold. And when the sun hits the water, everyone sitting in the port breaks into a thunderous applause. I get goosebumps when I even say that, and I can't wait for you to experience that same moment where everyone is just applauding for the sun hitting the water. Yes, it is a spectacular travel experience. I just want to touch on our other 7-night itineraries because we have something for everyone. Adventure travelers will love our eclectic Aegean that showcases Istanbul, Çanakkale, Thessaloniki, Volos, Santorini, and then back to Athens. With an overnight in Istanbul that we take you to the spice market where you can savor a great Turkish coffee, Turkish delights. And guys, if you can find this store again, please pick up some more of their lavender tea. It was spectacular. The little teas and candies that you can get in the spice market are just I wish had a whole suitcase full. We take you on an included Bosphorus River cruise so you can really experience sunset in Istanbul as well. The next day, you're free to visit the Hagia Sophia, the Grand Mosque, all of the incredible sights of Istanbul, and it is incredible. Thessaloniki, well, the second largest of all cities in Greece, and it is known for being a cosmopolitan vibe, a young vibe, and a foodie scene. It also sports spectacular historical museums and sites that lend to Alexander the Great's father. So we're back to food because that's how I travel, is I travel with my stomach. And in Thessaloniki, the Greeks there, the Thessalonians, have this bretza for breakfast. It is flaky phyllo dough sprinkled with a little cinnamon and sugar and a light, not too sweet cream filling. It, well, okay, if you weren't hungry before, I hope you are now. And I am sure when you heard the Port of Volos, you thought, why do I want to go to Volos? Well, this is why you want to go to Volos. The hanging monasteries of Meteora, spectacular. Uh, Now that James Bond is about to release their next movie, well, do any of you Bond fans recognize, For Your Eyes Only, when James climbed and scaled these cliffs to rescue the damsel in distress? Believe it or not, you can actually go there, and we won't make you scale the cliffs, I promise. We can actually give you an optional tour to the hanging monasteries from Volos that are really fantastic because when you are in Athens, it's actually an 8-hour one-way trip. Folks, I took this picture myself, and I want you to know when I stepped off the bus, I have visited over 50 countries, but I don't know that I've ever had a moment that hit me in the chest so hard. I now know the definition of take your breath away because this was my view. If Meteora was not on your bucket list before, remember, we'll always welcome you back after the idyllic so that you can see this site as well. We want you to come back and back again, and that's why we have so many great itineraries to share. The next one that you'll come back for, well, how about 3 continents in 1 week? Think about this. This is the only itinerary that has our at sea day, a full at sea day. And that's a fun day because we actually have a professor from the University of Cairo on board telling you all about the sites you're going to see in Egypt. And it's a great day for the spa ladies, if any of you are into spas. So just know you can do Egypt, Israel, Cyprus, Greece, Turkey, all in 1 week. And yes, rates as low as $7.29 a week, depending on the date you choose. So definitely speak with your travel professional and get your dates cemented. We will take you to the marvels of the pyramids. And yes, is this is a picture I took with my camera of the camels. Yes, you can get on the camel for a camel ride, or you can just take a picture on the camel. Be sure you have a tip for the camel guy, though, because otherwise you won't get the camel lowered to let you off. So be sure you have a tip, but don't worry, the guides will remind you, I promise. So be sure that you know that you will also visit King Tut's Museum, and King Tut's Museum, or King Tut's exhibit in the new Cairo Museum that his exhibit just moved to. So we'll also visit my friends the Sphinx. Israel, of course, we will visit, and when she is safe, of course. So don't worry, we will hopefully she'll be safe again very soon. But regardless of your faith, you will be moved by these very powerful sites of history. And I say that regardless of your faith, it will shake you to your core. I also want to point out the port of Kusadasi at the end of this incredible itinerary, which offers a visit to the ancient city of Ephesus, where I can assuredly say some of the most well preserved of all ancient temples reside. It was a very significant seaport town in ancient times, and it is magnificent. For those of you wanting to walk in the steps of Paul, I just want to point out this itinerary that we operate twice a year. If this is for you, please let your travel advisor know. Let me tell you a little bit about our ships, your home away from home here. The Crystal will sail in a few weeks with 720 people aboard, although her capacity is 1,200. So we are a medium to small ship cruise line. You will love the size of this ship. All our ships are very easy to get around. We have suites and budget cabins depending on your needs, so be sure to explore the different options, and entertainment, as well as comfortable dining options. Something for everyone, but I encourage you to try the Greek dishes when they're offered to you. You can always go back to a burger if you want it, but don't do that. All right, so let's move on to our new ship, the Celestial Experience. We actually got her last year during COVID, and she will operate our 7-night sailings starting in 2022. She will have 4 specialty dining restaurants, numerous entertainment outlets, as well as one of the most ample spas afloat. If you're a spa person, you want to know about the sauna wellness deck. You will have the chance to experience our adult-only beach club, as well as all the amenities that go along with the sauna wellness deck. So if you're into that, just be sure to mention that to your advisor. We have, again, a variety of cabin choices for every budget, but understand we are affordable. Don't be scared to ask about our top suite. I think you'll be surprised. And folks, if you like to travel with your book club friends, perhaps grandparents who want to renew their vows celebrating a 50th anniversary and want to bring all the kids and grandkids, we are ideal because we cater to a wide age demographic. We can accommodate groups with your travel advisors partnerships, so please be sure to ask about that. And do you like to travel solo? Well, we win awards for that too, because right now solo supplements are only 15%. They top out at 30%. So don't be scared to have a solo cabin if you so choose. Of course, we are thrilled to relaunch sailing safely, and our health protocols are on our website. Be sure to check them out, as well as the entry requirements to enter Greece are on the Greek U.S. Embassy site as well. So be sure you check both sites if you're traveling to Greece so that you know the requirements to board, but also to enter the country. I don't want to go into too much detail because, surprise, surprise, they're changing rapidly as things start loosening up and opening up. The only thing I do want to stress is that vaccinations are not required to enter Greece, nor to board our ship. We do require testing, though, to keep everyone safe. We also have flexible terms as well as low deposits right now so that we can get everyone on the way to Greece and sailing with us soon. Because you've joined us here today, we want to offer you a special little incentive to book soon. We have for you an onboard credit of 100 euros that can be applied to your booking if you travel with me in June, July, or August. Remember, I'll be sailing July 3rd, 10th, and 17th. And if you do go ahead and book, be sure you come up to me on the ship and find me. I think you'll find me. And you mentioned that you were on this particular webinar. I'd be thrilled to meet you and have an info with you. So be sure you book by June 14th to get your onboard credit. It must be booked through your travel professional. We encourage you to partner now more than ever with all the complex rules and difficult entry requirements with a lot of transiting flights. You now more than ever will find the value of a good travel advisor as your partner. Always know that partnership with a travel advisor means that you have an advocate when things go wrong. So please be sure to use whoever invited you here today. Just want to recap in summary that we're affordable, that our cruises are 3, 4, 7, and 14 nights. We offer small to mid-ship experiences, and we do have another ship that operates our 3 and 4 night. We are the destination immersive experience. And I just wanted to introduce you to my friend Bekir here, who I actually have met. I should have taken a picture with him. But not only does he pour a great drink, he makes an exceptional espresso and cappuccino at the back of the ship on deck 5. So be sure to find Bekir back there for the really good espresso machine, and ask him for a cappuccino or espresso, whatever you like. Reminding you, we are all inclusive. Those are included in your package. Dining, drinking, 2 select shore excursions, entertainment gratuities, and taxes are included in your price. So contact your local travel advisor for the special escape offer for sailing June, July, or August. But remember, we have other dates, and we have a sale going on now through June 30th. So be sure to book soon so that you can take advantage. In just a minute, I'm going to open up for questions. I know I've seen a lot of flashing questions in the background, but guys, it's just me, so I haven't been able to answer them as we go along. Hopefully, I will be sure to answer your questions in the next few minutes. If I don't, please know that your travel advisor knows how to get a hold of me and that we will gladly get you your answers if I don't answer them here now. So I want to say, first of all, here's your first Greek lesson. Ευχαριστώ is thank you. So ευχαριστώ πολύ for your time in joining me today. And the most important word, because you'll need it right away, is yasu. Yasu is equal to aloha or shalom. So yasu to everyone. You can say it as hello and goodbye. And I'm really looking forward to maybe sailing with you, but having you sail with us in the very near future so that you can once again breathe life back into your bucket list with Celestyal Cruises. I'm going to stop the recording